Hello. Hello, people. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm ready. Am I? Apart from the usual webcam stop, but... Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Oh yeah. Where we make our game better every day. And where we also, you know, experiment stuff and test new things and learn. Make mistakes and fix mistakes and such, yeah. So... I have to retake the pictures. Okay, so what I did... What I did. Let me switch the music and the... Hello, Mike. Hi. Hello, hello. Welcome. So... So I think I have the retrieval, not the retrieval, the takeout, right? The takeout seems to be working as expected. So... What I need now is... let me just reopen it clean. What I need now is the storage. I think the retrieve is a bit more complex, so we will go with the storage. So I created 3 different functions, right? I created 3 different functions. One is request transport takeout, which is the one that is used when you want to take out your transport from the garage. Then we have transport retrieve, when basically the transport is lost, right? And you have to ask someone to help to retrieve your thing. And then the last one is transport store. Right now, transport retrieve, we will do it a bit later. I want to do transport store, so I want to see if I can put back, right, the this also sets the Guardian ID. Yes, exactly. Today again I could catch your live stream. Hurrah, hurrah. Nice. Yeah, sometimes you can, which is nice. Yeah, I'm working on the garage, so basically the place where you can store your transports, right? Your cart, your wagons. And I'm trying to have it so that we can now properly retrieve it. So, so for the retrieve, no, for the retrieve, for the store, yeah, for the store. For the store, I need to destroy the actor and change the location in inventory. So it's actually very, very similar to a pickup, right? But it's not exactly a pickup, right? I mean, it is somehow a pickup, right? It feels a bit like a pickup. We can check. No, that is a different thing. This is a completely different thing. So what it's doing is doing this. But this is not what we need, right? Because it's similar to mail, but it's not exactly like mail. So I have to, I mean, this part basically is the same, but the difference is that I need to move my, Well, the first thing I need to do... Why is not here? Find NPC entity. Find sector entities. Find object. Find the PS item actor by ID. Yes. I think this one is good. Find object. So we can we can find it like this. Now we will have we still have to validate I think we still have to validate if it's nearby or not, but that's the easy part, right? So let's say that if this one item is not there, then we just return and GG. Well, maybe we should just send a message. I don't understand why sometimes I'm calling things pawn, sometimes I'm calling things client. I think I would like always to call it client, so it's consistent everywhere. Well, in this case, it's not found, right? Okay, so if we find the actor, then what we need to do, we need to decide the nearby distance. I think we said 50. We said 50 meters, right? I don't remember, but garage location. No, wait. Huh? Wait a second. No, it's not. It's not this. Is yeah, it's this. Get all transport. Okay, so I'm back. So I was trying to understand here. The nearby, right? The nearby. Distance in meters. Because we have it in the calculation, we have it in blueprints. Yeah, okay. So if it's nearby or not nearby, we consider it in the blueprints. But anyway, we can read it, we can check. So when we do the receive all transports, the only problem is that yeah, this one was misplaced. We have to close the window here. We have to close the window here. Yeah, 50 meters. I mean, assuming that the distance is coming up in meters, but I think it is, and not in kilometers. Distance in meters, yeah. Yeah, so it's 50 meters. Okay, I mean less than 50 meters. Okay. Is an integer? Okay, fine. I don't know why it's an integer, but fine. It's actually a float here. Huh? What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So we are forcing it to... So it's probably better to force it here as well, so that we don't mess up in the conversion. Sometimes when you convert stuff from float to int is, so it's better to explicitly convert it instead of implicitly convert it. So I think it's better. So now, is the distance between the garage and the... the distance is what? Distance in meters from the client. No, that's a stupid idea. The distance should be from the garage to the transport. No? Actor was very confusing. Do we have the well, is the distance from the character to the... Yeah, I mean anyway, he clicked on I think it's fine, because anyway the character cannot be more far, right? I mean, he's a 5 meters, so it's fine. It's fine. We can consider the distance between the client and the transport ID. I think it's fine. And this one we divided, we use the same formula, by the way, this formula, right? It is the distance in meters. Yeah, let's use exactly the same. So so that is our distance in meters, right? It is our distance in meters. So if the transport is not, so if distance is meter is equal or greater than 50. Greater or equal than 50. Then we return an error saying that the this transport is too far to be stored. Now, you know, the only thing that I think I want to show it in the UI somehow. I think I want to show it in the UI. The problem is that it needs to be it needs to be shown. It needs to be shown in the UI. I think that this message is not really useful. I mean, it is okay, but would be nice to show it in the UI. So I think we need a message. I think we need a new message. We need a new message. We need a new message, I think, which is receive which is receive garage message, and the garage message as and the garage message as what? He has the F string, right? Which is actually the message, and he has the transport ID. Okay, which corresponds so that we can find basically which is the transport you clicked on, right? Now, I always forget if string and int need to have the freaking yeah, string for sure and int for sure. Okay. 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 So I think we send the same message also to the UI, right? So we do pam 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 pam. So we will have to manage this, right? At the moment it's not managed, but I think with the messaging, the transport ID, I think is good enough. I think it's good enough. Okay, so here we catch the Hello, Andrew. Hello, hello. So after this, so if we are within 50 meters, I think we can finally store. I mean, obviously the garage man needs to be valid, right? If the garage man is not valid, and we cannot interact, I think we can do the same thing here. So we need to be able to interact with the garage man. So we should not be dead, he must not be dead, he should be in range and all of that. And all of this is checked by this function, which is very nice. Now, if we can interact with him, if the transport is there, if we are nearby, now we can finally do the... what I'm doing, I'm working on our functionality for carts, basically these things, right? Carts and wagons. So we have a number of carts and wagons in the game, and like, I don't know, this guy as well, right? Like these carts, right? And you can actually carry the carts, so you can pull them, right, with items on them, and you can carry around materials. And now what I'm doing, I'm trying to store the cart in a garage. So I'm developing the part that allows you to actually store the cart and retrieve the cart from the garage, right? Because I don't want these things to stay around, right? I mean, I don't want to litter the world with a million carts, right? So there is basically an NPC that will be next to a garage or next to a building where these things get stored. And what we are doing now, I did it take out already. I'm doing the store, and so I'm developing that piece. And hopefully we can test it tonight in some time from now. Okay, so now we need to move the item, right? And this is where I don't know exactly how to do it yet. So that is what I need to figure out. Because it's similar to a pickup, right? Because you are basically removing an item from the world and you are putting it in your inventory. So in theory it can be similar to this, but is not really an inventory add, because inventory add is adding to the this inventory, while we have to add it to this inventory, because the character has different inventories, right? As his main inventories is the stuff that he's carrying around. He has the storage, right, like the bank. He has the stuff that he has in the mail, and now he has also the transport inventory. So we basically need add mail item to inventory. Similar to this. So yeah, we have to put it back there, and then we have to destroy. So is it as easy as this, or? I mean, the problem is that yeah, I think actually the PS item remains, right? The PS item remains in memory, so it's exactly the same PS item that is getting moved. And we don't have the problem of the stack. The only problem we have is that this is a container. And so being a container, all the items that are inside a container, they have to be moved as well. And that is what we do. And that is what we do. I was thinking we were doing it now. Update inventory status. It's a bit weird though. The item is the items inside a container, right? They should move. Why they are not moving here? We don't do it here. Probably we do it later. No, we don't. I think I need to test something because I'm confused now. So basically, if a container is on the ground and you pick it up, I think that all the items contained should also change their owner, right? Because they go into your inventory. So I don't understand why I don't see this in the code, right? I don't see it. I only see this inventory add. Delete the items inside a container, as now those are fully transferred into the character inventory. So it's basically saying that this function but I don't see it. So this is just the consideration of the stack, right? This is searching for the right slot to put the item. Wait. If we added a container, move into the character inventory, all the items is here. So it's before that. Is before that. Is here. Is here. Move into the character inventory, all the items contained in it. I see. So basically this we have to do. So we have to do this. Can we make this a function so that we only do it once or no? Let me see what kind of variables we have. I don't think we have much. I mean, obviously it must be inside character inventory. No, because I will have to do the same, right? I will have to do exactly this in my calling function. Thank you, Andrew. So I'm thinking if I should transform this into his own function, and then we will, because I don't know if I have to do it from, because I will have to create an add, and the add needs to consider also the contained items. The problem is that it will be slightly different, right? Because it will not be inventory add. And this update inventory status I don't think we need any of this. We probably only need this. We only need these 3 lines, actually. It is a bit of a risky move, guys, but we can test it, you know, we can test it well, but so what I'm thinking is that we need a new function in character inventory, which is called add to garage, right? Add the transport to garage. And this will have this piece plus the standard add. So it will be similar to this, right? Similar to this. So will be something like add. Will be something like add transport to inventory, right? Add a transport to inventory, and it is just the PS item. Adds a transport to the garage, right? And this one we'll have to... I mean, the only problem are the contained items. I think we need to manage the contained items properly anyway. I don't think we can just... So that is fine, right? That is fine, but as we said, we also want we also want this, right? Container, get item data? What do you mean container, get item data? Is the item actor on the ground? Is the item actor on the ground? Is the item actor on the ground? And is item again. Item is my transport. Don't break the cart now, huh? I say. Exactly. I should not break them. I'm not sure about this update inventory status, because this update inventory status, and by the way, the slot, right? I mean, location in parent is not really relevant. The only thing that is relevant is parent item instance ID. Which is basically set container ID. Even if you know the container ID is the same. I think there is a bit of redundancy in all of this, by the way. I feel there is a bit of redundancy in all this code, because this update inventory status, I don't think is needed. I think the only thing that is needed is that we set the... We set the location in parent to -6. One thing that I don't fully understand is, wait a second, when we do this, right? But it's different, because the mail, you are not really moving the... Well, and you cannot send a container anyway, right? But what? So what I'm tempted to do, right, is because we save after we call this, right? We save or not? We don't save here. Why we don't save anything? Probably because it's only a logical move. I think because this is only the logical move. And in reality, I think we have to do it here. I mean, similarly to when we do the inventory add, right? So this is the pickup. The pickup does the inventory add, but then the inventory add. No, the inventory add is also doing the save. Yeah, it's doing everything. No, it's doing also the save. It's doing also the save. So in theory, because otherwise this is not getting saved, right? This is not getting saved. So we add the item to the inventory, and this is just a logical addition. But then we have to actually move the item to the inventory, right? This is just a logical addition, but then we need to actually change the parent and everything. And that is why I was looking at what this guy is doing. And this guy is doing a bit more because he's doing yeah, it's basically doing this, right? And this we have to do. I mean, there's no way. We have to do it. This we have to do it. So we have to update. We have to. Oops. Well, what? GG. We have to update the item location, right? The item location is definitely the slot. I don't know if there is a set Can I just access the slot like this or not? I cannot. Why? Ah, because it does it here. It does it inside update inventory status, which is the location in parent. Okay, it's called location in parent. It's called location in parent. I don't have a set location in parent anywhere. I mean, which is a bit weird, huh? Ah, set lock. Fuck, we called it set lock so that you don't find it ever, right? Good job. And what we know is that this is -6, which is our slot garage, whatever. PS character slot. PS. No, it's not this. Is yeah, actually it is that. Yeah. Okay, so we move it to the garage. There is the garage thingy. So of this one, we don't really need anything, right? We don't really need anything. So the only thing that we need is the location in the garage. And then obviously we need the parent item ID, but this one didn't change, right? This one is the same as it was. So I think we don't have to do anything else, because that is already set, and the owner is already set. Well, the owner I don't know, because this set owning character is so I think we can call this function. This function I think is safe for us to call, right? So I think we can do this. I think we can do this. I think that is safe. Then this is also safe because we are removing the item actor on the ground. So I think that's safe. We should do it. And then we save, the item, right? So here we basically updated everything that we need for the specific cart. And then what we need is now, for all the child items, it should be exactly the same, right? The only problem is that if we clear the slot, right, and that is what it scares me a bit, because if I clear the location in parent, right? If I clear that, I mean, in theory, it's the same as when we move it in store. Okay, let's do a test because now I want to be sure that I understand how this thing works, right? I want to be sure. So I want to be sure if when you move back from storage a container with contained items, all the contained items are getting new slots or not, because that is what I think it must be, right? What I think it must be. So we have to test it because it's not clear to me. It's not clear to me how this thing may work. And we have to do it exactly like we do the storage. Pretty much, right? It's the same thing. I don't think we have to invent anything. I think we just have to... do we have a storage? Oh, fuck. I need a storage NPC. We are repopulating all. Okay, good. We are repopulating all the NPC, so there will be one that is... Okay, so... what I want to test, for example, I have this chest, right? What is it? Okay, I have this chest, right? I have this chest. I'm putting this item inside a chest, right? And this means that one of these items will change the parent ID. Exactly. This one changed the parent ID. And location in parent became 0. Okay, that's fantastic. But now I want to see when I move this chest into the because I cannot. That's why, because I cannot move it into the storage. You cannot store a container. Oh, fuck, Rhinos. Yeah, so we don't have something to copy from, right? Because you cannot store a container. You cannot store a container. Ay. Now, you know what is the problem? The problem is that here we are storing a container, right? Because the cart is a container. The cart is a container. And the risk is that if I say that this item is location in parent -6, I really move it out of my inventory, which is okay, but there is a problem. There is really a big problem. There is really a big problem because our code does not allow storage of containers outside of your inventory, right? So, and the reason is that an item is relying on location in parent to know where is it. So if I swap the containing item to -6, I will not have the slot anymore. And so when I move it back into the world, I will have to regenerate all the slots manually. Yeah, this thing that we use location in parent to actually say that is inside a bank is kind of weird. But is what it is, I guess. Okay, so the solution could be, right? The solution could be that when we take it out from the storage and it actually has item contained. So we have two options. The first option is that you cannot store a cart with items in it. That is the simplest possible way for me, right? You cannot store a cart with items. If we do that, everything is solved. If we do that, everything is solved, because the only thing that I need this part. And we consider that that there are no items, right? So I only do this part and this part is done. If we also want to have the items, it's not very simple. Because if you want to have the boxes, right, that are on top of the cart, I can store them into the garage with -6. But then when I get it back, I will have to regenerate all the slots kind of randomly. I mean, I can do it. I can just move the items one by one, but the code doesn't know that at the moment, right? It really doesn't. It really doesn't. You know what is the problem? I can say, oh, you cannot have items on the cart. But the problem is the retrieve function, because we said that we can retrieve, right? We can retrieve the cart if it's lost in the woods. And then that doesn't work, right? That doesn't work. Because we cannot put it inside the garage. But maybe we can put it just in front of the garage. We can just teleport it there. Yeah, but that would be a kind of a trick though. It is a bit exploitable though, because you know what happens? You know what happens? This happens, that people will... I think this retrieve function is kind of... I don't know if I really want to do it at the end. So let's say you have one city, right? You have one city here, you have one city there. And you want to transport some items from here to there, okay? So what do you do? You have your cart here, right? You have your cart here, and you store it with the items, right? You store it with the items, and then you pick it up from here with the items, because at the moment you can store. Right? You can store and pick up without anything. So, hello, Fannar. After receiving a root canal on one of my tooth, what is a root canal? Like they drilled it and fixed it, or what? Was it painful? So basically what I'm saying is that I don't want people to be able to transfer items just by putting a cart in and putting a cart out. So I think that, yes, I think what we should say is that if you have a cart with items, you cannot put it into the storage. So the only way to store items is to store a cart is if it doesn't have any items on it. And now the other problem is the retrieve, right? The retrieve is the same problem, right? Because you can retrieve a cart with items. And if you retrieve a cart with items, it's very simple because again, you go to the other city, you click on retrieve, and now you have your cart transferred with all the items in 1 second, right? Which is a bit weird. Well, you can also do it with the storage in theory. You can go to the store. Yeah, that's a problem as well. You can go to the storage NPC. You can put all your item in the storage, then go to the other city, you know, and pick them up on the other side. Now, what we said is that the cart can help you to move from one part of the city to the other where there are no bankers, right? This is what we said. Yeah, but I think that the more I think about it, and the more it should not have any items on it, right? To be able to store it. So if you really want to do it, you have to bring the cart to the banker, move the items from the cart to your inventory, then from your inventory to the banker, then go to the other city, get the other cart, bring it to the banker, get the item from the banker to your inventory, from your inventory to the cart, and then move the cart wherever you want. But yeah, this will basically be exploiting the system to move items between cities easily, right? And this is why I think that sooner or later I will have to add a fee for moving items between cities. I mean, it's still valid between the mine, right? It's still valid between the mine and the banker, right? Because between the mine and the banker, you have no other way than using the cart, right? You have no other way. So if you have a mine in outdoors and there are a lot of materials, the only way for you is to use the cart. So the cart has a usage, right? I'm a little bit of pain. Root canal is when they're removing the infected pulp, nerve, and clean the area out and do the required step to fill up the cup and build up the tooth backup afterward. Okay. I see. So it seems to be a complex one. But it's good that you add it, so now it's clean. Now it's clean, which is nice. Okay, so I think that what we decided is that what we decided is that we assume that the transport is empty, right? So no contained items. So this basically means that when we store it, we need to do a check. Hmm? What? Transport item. I was already doing this. I don't know why I'm not doing this inside of add transport item, right? Exactly, which is the same thing that I was doing here. No? The only difference here is the set item actor. Fuck. So, wait. It's exactly the same thing, huh? So I did it twice, huh? Fuck. Did it twice? Hmm? What the hell? Why is not? Hmm? Why doesn't like this? Because it's passed by reference. It's passed by reference because we need it. No, but. Yeah. It's passed by reference because he has to return it. Okay, fine. Yeah, because he has to return it for whatever reason. Don't ask me why, because it's a bit beyond my... In theory, this is one actor. Right, this is not really one item. There is one item actor. And this is one item. if you really want to name it properly. But anyway. Yeah. So now, so the store, right? So the store, so, how do I know if my, I just want to know if he has any items inside. Can I just say contains or gate contain sides, and gate contain sides will tell me if there is at least one element. Yeah. If there is zero weight. I don't like that too much. Count items. Okay. Count items is nice. So if this is greater than 0, we will say something like this, right? We will say you will say you need to unload the transport before storing it, right? I don't know if I really want to send it to the chat, but for now let's send it to the chat. So you will not be able to store it if it contains item, and then here is doing the storage. Now this is not complete yet because we didn't destroy, right? We didn't destroy the actual so we didn't destroy, and we didn't set the item actor to null, right? Right. So that this doesn't have anymore the thingy. The pointer to our One day we will substitute all the null with null pointer. One day. Okay, so I think it is a good decision anyway. I think it is a good decision because otherwise we cannot really manage that. I don't know what I changed, but I'm gonna save it. We changed something here, I don't know why. Okay. So this is going to check all the interaction, find the transport, check if it's 50 meters, assume that the transport is empty, and if it's not empty, return an error, right? Add the transport to the inventory, which is just that one single line, right? And okay. Update the location, save it, clear the item actor, and destroy. Okay. Okay, I think this may do it. This may do it. So this will have the transport disappear. This will have the transport disappear. Do we want to close the window or not? No, but we want to refresh the window actually. So after this, I think we want to send a message to the client, but only to the chat, right? So we can say the cart has been stored or something like that, or is now stored, right? And here we have the item name. No. And here we have the item name. Yes, exactly. And here we have the item name. And then we need to refresh, right? We need to refresh the UI. We need to refresh the UI. So actually we need to get the PS controller, and then we need to do receive all transports, whatever. Receive all transports. No, I don't want to redo any of the code. I just want to call this. Yeah, exactly. Now, if you lost the target, is a kind of a problem, though. If you lost the target, it is a problem. But for now, let's do this. So this should refresh the UI. This should refresh the UI. And when we take out, also we assume that there are no items, right? Okay. So this means that this is useless, right? Because when you extract it, it will always be empty, and it starts empty, right? So this means that this is useless. Yeah. Now, okay, I think we can test it, guys. We can test a few things. Let's go. Let's go for the drum roll. So it is my cart, right? And this guy is the garage man. So if I go on transports, he's saying that there is one that is stored and one that is nearby. Because I have two carts, right? One is stored, one is nearby. So this one is nearby, right? So the first thing that we can try is if I move this guy more far than 50 meters. I see that this thing is colliding with the camera. You see that it's colliding with the camera? That's not the greatest, actually. But anyway. We will have to fix that. Okay, so if I leave it here, if I leave my cart here, and then I go back to this guy. Yeah, now you see that it says that the cart is far away, and he's asking me to retrieve it for $1,000, $1,000 whatever coins. What is the star away? No, the far away. What do you mean the star away? Okay, so now if I bring my thingy, if I bring this thing back, oops. Let me see how it goes in these steps. It goes a bit brutal on the steps, huh? As expected. Well, because the steps are brutal, so that's what it does. Les escaliers. Yeah, but what about it? So if I leave it here, right, which is within 50 meters, I assume, right, is within 50 meters, and I go, so we can see the cart there, right, the cart is there. By the way, it's kind of funny that I can click it. I can click it at such a distance. Wow. Yeah, you see that it's saying nearby, right? It's saying nearby. So we can click on store and see what happens. But wait a second. Before I click on store, let me check the status of stuff. Yeah, it is somewhere. I mean, it's not in my inventory, right? So it's somewhere in the world. Okay, it's fine. So if I click on store, we crashed. Okay, fantastic. If we click on store, we crashed. Spawn manager. But the client crashed. Ah, yeah, I did the stupid thing. Okay, I didn't call the server. Okay. It's a small mistake. It's a small mistake. I didn't call the server. I called the client, right? So he's trying to do it on the client, which is obviously impossible. So we in the store, I think we called the wrong function, I assume. We called the dispatcher, okay. And the dispatcher is then doing what? Yeah, this one. This one is not set as replicated on server. Yeah. It was just missing that. Okay. Okay, let's try again now. Now we may find in the database, right, where that thing is. Yeah, exactly. So we have two items. One is not owned by me, but I'm guarding it, and it's on the ground. And location in parent is -1, which, by the way, we don't even care because it's on the ground. And the other one is in the storage, right? The guardian is 0, which is fine. I mean, it's not the best actually, but anyway, we have the owner, right? We have the character owner, so it's fine. Okay, so now we try to store again. Now we try to store it again. So I go to my transport, nearby store. Oh wow, it says stored. Okay, so he actually updated. Now the cart should be gone. Yes, the cart is gone from the world, which is nice. And if I refresh this view, the two lines should be identical. So that is identical, identical, identical. Okay, good. Very nice. Okay, I think that storage and retrieval kind of works, right? So I can retrieve it, so I can ask to this guy to take out my cart, and here it is. Now I can ask him to retrieve both of them. I can ask to retrieve both of them. Yeah. So here we have the two cards, right? I don't know yet if you will be able to own multiple cards, but maybe yes. Maybe yes. Why not? Maybe yes. One second now. Now let's try to put some items in it, like this, and let's try to store it. Now the problem is, how do I know which one is it? Well, one will not be possible. Okay, that one is stored. I think it would be nice to have a sound of some kind, but and this one should give me an error. So it should basically do nothing, and we need the message to appear here. In fact, it didn't do it. It didn't do it. Okay, nice. So it seems to work. Now I would like the message to go. I would like this message. I would like this message. Receive garage message. Right. Yeah, but it seems to work, guys, which is very nice. Seems to be very nice. Seems to be very, very nice. Seems to be very nice. Hello. What happened? What happened if you store it with items? No, we will get the message now. No, no, drop on the ground. No, you cannot store it with. You have to remove it first. Hello, Pavel. Hey, thank you for the follow and welcome. 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 Bam. I mean, with break. I mean, we can do it this way. Even if it's like probably 3 items, but fine. So if the transport is equal to the transport ID, right? Let me just compact this a bit. Okay, so if this is this, if this is this, what do? We set the message, right? We get what? Description? No, it was not description. It was no, it was like message. Yeah, action message. We get action message and we set the text to whatever text, right? To this. Right. And we break the shit or not? Nah, I don't know. This for loop with break, I mean, it's a bit ridiculous. Let's just do a for loop. It's fine. Without break. I mean, it's fine. It's ridiculous to do it with break for like 3 items. Yeah. Okay, so now in theory the message will appear on the UI, right? If all goes like we want it to go, you will see the message. You will see the message. They will tell you, nope, you cannot do it. Now, it will be also nice to maybe play a sound, right? A sound of what? A sound. I think we have all the sounds for items. I think it's like a chest, like when you open a chest, or not really. It doesn't really sound correct. I think we need a new sound. We need a new sound of the of a transport getting stored. I don't know exactly what it can be, but well, we also have we also have other sounds here, like mechanism. This one is not too bad. Nah. It's like I don't know. We need a sound like what? Like a wooden thingy? Depends, maybe it's not wood. Like a wheel? I don't know if there are sounds for a wheel. It's something that is dragged, right? Or it's something that is, or is a cart. I can try cart and see if shopping cart. No. Wow. Well. By the way, we should go CC0 only. CC0 only. Wow. This one is not too bad, but it's a bit too much background noise. Why this guy needs to speak? Fuck. You had to speak the whole time. You had to speak the whole time. There are some very nice sounds here, but this guy is speaking on top of it the whole time, which is ridiculous. Nothing. He spoke on top of it the whole time. We can try to get only the pieces where he's not speaking, but it's freaking ridiculous. Ridiculous that he's speaking the whole time. Why? I mean, it's a sound recording. It's not a. Anyway. Let's see if we get the message meanwhile. Let's see if we get the message, my boys. Ah! What the? We lost one card? No! It looks like we lost one card, my boys. There is only one card listed. Well, there is one stored, but the other is not. Okay, so this other card probably lost the Guardian flag because the server restarted. That is very possible. That is very possible. Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't know that it's my card anymore. Okay, this we will have to fix, because this is definitely a problem. And by the way, I cannot even pick it up, and I cannot even guard it. What? Because object is the card. Get item, get name, yeah, exactly. Okay, this is a problem. So why the guard is not preserved when the server restarts? That's very weird, huh? Because we really need it. For our card we need it, because the guarding is the only thing that tells us that this card is ours. So why the Guardian ID is removed? That's very strange. 298 is removed, huh? Meanwhile, let me just there is another person speaking. This is not too bad, for example. Sounds like something mechanical moving. They are speaking the whole time. It's insane. Speaking the whole time. Even here, there is someone else speaking. Ridiculous. It's not a bad sound. I don't know what this guy's doing, really. But anyway. Surprised that there is people speaking here. I think this is all we can get. So we got these two things. We got this. And we got this. Which is similar, by the way. We can even combine them, maybe. I don't know. And see what it becomes. I don't know this tuk-tuk. Maybe without that. It sounds like two wheels somehow. Okay, so if we take this and we save now, the volume is kind of weird, but we can amplify it maybe. I don't want to amplify it crazy, like it should not be super noisy. Should still be a kind of a background noise, right? It's too long. Maybe it's too long. I don't know. Maybe like that. We don't need it. We need it mono. Stereo is not needed. Okay, so if we save this... No. Okay. It's not too bad. We save it as cart moving. Cart moving. Okay. Now the only thing we have to set it as ambience, right? To set it as ambience. Okay. Maybe we can modulate it just for fun. So we can have a slight pitch change, you know, from 0.9 to 1.1. I don't know, let's see. Sounds a bit low, but sounds a bit low sound. Should I increase it more? Maybe I should increase it more, I don't know. But then it's too much. Okay. Okay. Now, how do we play it? Good question. So if we want to play that on the client for everyone or just for the player, I think it would be nice for everyone actually. I think it would be nice for everyone. I think we have a broadcast sound. I think we have a broadcast sound or a broadcast PS sound. Yeah, broadcast PS sound. I just don't remember how the hell we use this, but broadcast PS sound, right? Receive PS sound. Send animation. Send sound to clients. Receive PS sound. Let me just see what this guy's doing. Receive PS sound. Get data table. DS sounds. Yeah, so we have to add this guy to the data table. I guess. DT sounds. No. DT sounds. Data, struct, audio. No source path. Okay. So we just added it here. Okay, fine. Easy. So this one we will call it cart move, and we will point to cart move. Save. Cart move. So if we now say that if we now call broadcast sound, right? Broadcast sound. I mean, there is an initiator, right? Garage store. Broadcast sound. So that is my cart move, right? My cart move. Okay. Now we should do the same, not just for the store, but also for the takeout, right? Takeout should be the same. Yeah. Okay, good. And probably will be the same also for the retrieve or not? Yeah, potentially. Will be the same. Okay, so what I was doing in the meantime, I was testing the message. So we can test two things at the same time now. We can test the message and and the other thing was to understand why my guarding ID, right? Why the character guarding was not, I mean, why we lost it, right? At a certain point, we lost the guarding character. I don't know why, but we lost it. At a certain point, we lost it. We can test again and see when does that happen, because I don't know really. I have no idea. I have no idea, my boys. Why my face is like that? Why my face is looking so stupid? Bette. So in theory, now that I changed the Guardian ID, right, I should see the 2 cards. Yeah, in fact, I see the 2 cards, right? But let me understand why the Guardian ID got lost, right? So let me see if when I pick it up and then I move it a bit, if this is making the Guardian ID go away. Nope. It didn't. Kind of strange then. Anyway. So we will store it. You need to unload the transport before storing it. Okay, so the message works. Let me see if I reopen it. It's actually cleared out. Very nice. Okay, so we will unload the transport. So we will just remove this shield. So the transport now is empty. Right? Transport is empty. And we want to store it. The sound is good enough, I would say. Okay, let me see if now now we lost the Guardian ID for sure because now it's in the storage. Yeah, so now the Guardian ID is 0. But if I take it out, right? If I take it out, I like the sound anyway, it's not too bad. If I take it out, the Guardian ID should appear again. Ah, that is the problem. Okay. So when I take it out, the Guardian ID is not set, which is kind of weird though. When I take it out, and I do drop item, why the Guardian ID is not? Because usually whenever I drop something, the Guardian ID is there, no? If I take this shield, right, and I drop it, and I do /info, it says guarded by, right? It says guarded by. It says guarded by. So why is doing it on the shield and not on the card? 15297. 15297. Ah, because it's not stored in the database. So it's only temporary. I see. So it's the same with the card, I guess. Yeah. So actually the Guardian ID is not stored in the database when you drop an item. So if the server restarts, it's not. So this we need to fix. This we need to fix. I need to understand why this happens, but it's probably in the save, I guess, because I guess in the save we are not saving the Guardian ID by purpose. I think we do it because we want to do it. Huh? I don't understand where this is saved, but anyway, it will be inside the same save, right? So it will be here, I guess. I think we just don't save it. Guardian ID. Actually, here it seems to. Guarding character. Now, here it seems that he's saving it. So, or we are not setting. Oh my god, so much code. The code seems to be set in the character guardian ID, right? Based on the guarding character ID. Now, this guarding character ID. Hey, now finding where the hell is that? Drop one item into the world. Set guarding character ID to 0. Why? Why we are setting the guarding character ID to 0 here? When we drop a new item, right? That is a bit weird. Set guarding character to 0. But when we do /info, what do we read? I think we read. Do we read? Hello, who joined? Hey, Loshlu. Hey. Thank you for the sub. 11 months. Wow, one more and it's 1 year. Fantastic. Fantastic, thank you a lot. Thank you. I should remember to sub also from my account. I mean, I have another account where I have Prime. And I should remember to subscribe one day or not. I don't even know if I have the Prime available there, but I should. But anyway, I will do it later, not now. It's too late. We need to figure out why we are losing that, right? Why we are losing the... But apart from that, so we are losing this Guardian ID on save because it's not... Is only temporary, right? So if the server restarts, the Guardian ID goes away. I mean, it's a bit weird, actually, because I don't understand why. I don't understand why we do that. I was trying to understand here if the guarding... where the hell is the Guardian? Oh my god. I see. Get guarding character ID, right? Get guarding character ID. Guarding character ID. Yeah, so we are reading this. So basically, I don't understand why when we drop move from word container. Move from word container. No, in reality it's not move from word container, right? In reality it's move from inventory. Well, I mean, it's a bit everywhere, but move from inventory. It's too late, guys. I need to go. But I think that we have the retrieve and the storage properly working, which is very nice. By the way, you cannot pick up a card, so it's telling you. So we can actually access the different cards, see if they are nearby or stored, take them out like that. Now they are exactly in the same place, I guess. Yes. Yeah, they don't, you know, interact with each other. So, well, is that really true? Let me do a test. 1 second. If I do this, yeah, they don't use physics anyway. So you, yeah, it goes crazy like that because you cannot find the ground, but it doesn't. Yeah, but you can store the card, you can retrieve the card. This is exactly what we wanted. You can store them both if you want. There is also a sound, and now they are gone, right? Good. So if we go to our plan, right? If you go to our plan, the store transport is good. The only thing that we have to be sure is the guard, right? So this is done as well, right? This is done, and this is done. With the only problem that it seems that the Guardian ID is not saved properly. I don't know exactly why, but we have to fix that. There is something going on. So let me add a new line here. So this is done as well, by the way. Oops. That is done as well. But we have to do the actual payment, right? We have to do the actual payment and teleport, and I don't know. Apply fee, and I don't know if I want to teleport it. Add fee, and I don't know if I want to teleport it in the delivery location or if I just want to store it, right? I think, yeah, we will apply the fee and store it in the guard. Now, the problem is that then we will not be able to retrieve it if he... No, exactly. We cannot. We cannot. So we apply a fee and teleport in front of garage, right? Yeah. even with items. So the retrieval will work also with the items because it will basically teleport it in that place. But we need to understand better this Guardian ID. So we should check why when we take out... No, why the Guardian ID is not saved, right? I don't understand why it's not saved. Why the Guardian ID is not saved? But I would say fix the Guardian ID, not saved. Not saved to DB, right? So this one we really need to understand because there is something going on there. Okay, guys, I would say for now for tonight is enough. Is past midnight my time. Is 15 minutes past 16 minutes past midnight. So I will see you tomorrow evening. We will continue with this, potentially finish it because pretty much we have all we need now. We only need to fix this thing and maybe fix a bit the UI, but I think it's good enough. We can then apply it to some NPC, and now we have a way from quest to obtain the cart, to store it, to retrieve it, and to take it out. So I think that pretty much this functionality is start to be nearly completed, which is fantastic. Okay, so if you want to click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that's completely free and is nice. Also remember to follow us on our socials. Here you have all our socials. We have a Discord, we have YouTube, Twitch, X or Twitter, we have Reddit, and we have Facebook. And remember that our game is released, and so you can download it and play it for free on Windows, Linux and Mac if you want to try it out. And you can also help the development in case you have some free time. Why not? See you guys. Bye bye.